So remember when you were a kid and you got an ice cream cone and it dropped to the cement right as you licked it? That's how it must feel today to be a Democrat.
My God.
Here you think Mr. Comey was going to deliver Donald Trump on an edible platter, and instead you get Loretta Lynch. Comey told under oath that President Obama's Attorney General asked him to call the investigation into Hillary Clinton's email scandal a matter, not an investigation. Roll it, Francis.
The only other consideration that I guess I can talk about in an open setting is that at one point the Attorney General had directed me not to call it an investigation, but instead to call it a matter, which confused me and concerned me. But that was one of the bricks in the load that led me to conclude I have to step away from the department if we're to close this case credibly.
It confused me and it concerned me. I would file that under wow. And it raises more questions than my question-raising farm. First, when does the hearing on this revelation begin? Lynch gave campaign language to Comey to cover up an investigation to help Hillary's campaign. That's inappropriate. We're talking Al Franken in a mesh thong. Inappropriate.
But not illegal.
Pass. True. And how great is it? This is wonderful. How great is it that Hillary is still causing the Democrats fits? The Loretta Lynch thing is only an issue because she had to deal with the Hillary matter. Hillary really is the Democrats' unrelenting mother-in-law who comes to visit when they least want her. So in a hearing meant to hammer Trump, the previous crew gets nailed. It's like when a stink bomb goes off before you have time to throw it, you end up smelling bad the rest of the day, which is what happened to Lynch, Hillary, and yes, even Comey. His decision to obey undermines this persona of a folksy everyman just trying to do his job, when it seemed he'd do just about anything to keep his job, including look the other way.
So interesting.
I know what he's talking about. Do you not understand it? Do you want me to read it again? Let's do this thing again.
But what are you accusing him of?
What am I accusing him?
That he wanted to keep his job.
No, Loretta Lynch. I think that what she did is wrong.
He obeyed her instruction to call it a matter because he wanted to get his job.
According to the testimony, that's kind of what he implied. He didn't like it. It made him feel uncomfortable. Because everything makes him feel uncomfortable, Chris. Mean people make him feel uncomfortable.
No, I get it. But
should have a different
when
job.
he talked about Hillary Clinton, and he called it an investigation.
Yes, he did. He did. But he didn't he didn't question her. He didn't feel that was inappropriate. He didn't leak that. Right. Why didn't he leak that?
Did you miss the big press conference that he gave talking about Hillary Clinton's email?
Yes, I know.
Both of them?
But he didn't
Clearly,
leak this.
Well, and if President Trump's conversations were so inappropriate, he didn't offer to resign like he did before
without
without
a big deal?
Greg,
all right.
James Comey unquestionably has a bad habit of placing himself in a position above everyone else. He did it in this case. He did it in the Hillary Clinton case. He said, I have deemed that no one here, he did it in 2004, no one here is decent enough. Only I, James Comey, have the moral gravamen so that I can stand above all of this and make a judgment. Right. And when he does it, he gets himself in trouble. That having been said, he did it with Hillary Clinton and then he did it with Donald Trump. I had to go outside the lines because I was the last honest man. That has been a problem for him. But in this case, he roasted Hillary Clinton.
I know. I'm talking about this interesting thing that we just found out now. We just found out now, which is obviously has something to do with the tarmac as well.
But that was gross. What she did, what the Attorney General did was gross. But that's not on Comey.
No, well, kind of. No, it's on her. What did you miss the first part of the monologue?
But he
what are you snorting?
But he didn't obey.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, he kind of did.
Not
he
really.
did. Yes, he did. When he said go, yes.
Can I just say this?
Sure.
So today, this is an overall bad day for the Justice Department in the United States, whether it's the Jeff Sessions Justice Department or the Loretta Lynch Justice Department. The high road here is this. The Justice Department is supposed to be beyond reproach. Today, we found out that both Jeff Sessions and Loretta Lynch are below reproach, period.
All right. What do you think, Kimberly?
You know, I think it was, very bad day, I think, for Hillary Clinton. Bad day for Loretta Lynch. Bad day for Comey. Very bad day for Comey's, phone a friend.
Don't forget Jeff Sessions.
Phone a friend.
Bad day for Jeff Sessions.
The Columbia professor, that was not good for him. Jeff Sessions, probably not a great day for him either.
Bad day.
When you're handing out all these bad day cards,
Robert Rubenstein,
the president doesn't get a bad day card.
He absolutely gets a bad day card.
I don't think so.
At the top of Comey,
I don't think so. If Comey thought it was so bad, he should have got all the quees and then handed the resignation or typed one up and then hit save draft.
KG,
But he
I
didn't.
love you. I love you. I do.
know, thank you.
But with that being said, let's be real. The beginning of Comey's testimony starts with saying the president is a liar, right? Which we find out to be true because he told Lester Holt in the interview that I indeed fired Comey because of the Russian election, not because of this memo, not because of anything else. That means our president's a liar. That's a bad day for the
Wait, are
president.
you telling me there's somebody in the White House that has lied? This has got to be a first. We need that breaking news sound to come in right
No, but
now.
here's the
That
thing.
we actually have a president who doesn't tell the
this
truth.
Is the guy who said,
You
believe
remember
me
Bill Clinton?
every other word.
All
He
right.
says, believe me every other word.
Yes.
We can't believe him.
We know who we
That's what we
elected.
know.
We know who we elected.
Don't believe him.
Well, we know who we elected. Thoughts, Dana?
Well, maybe one thing. So we mentioned 04, and in fact, I think it was Tom Cotton, the senator from Arkansas, Alabama? Arkansas. Thank you. Who asked James Comey to talk about in 2004, you went to the bedside of Ashcroft and all this stuff happened. But it sounds similar, right? So, but here's a big difference. George Bush didn't fire him because the aftermath of the consequences of firing him, I actually never asked him if he wanted to fire him. He probably didn't. But there would have been consequences for it. There are consequences for things that you do. The other thing is that.
But he thought that was so bad that he thought about resigning, and he didn't. What they said,
That's right,
if the president didn't fire you, would you still be doing your job as FBI director? Meaning you would never resign? No, I would still be doing it.
The big difference, too, was that actually it was about a program for intelligence. We're on a war footing, and we were able to work with Congress in order to get the policy worked out and put in legislation in a way that everybody could accept. That's one of the ways that you handle things in Washington. It's kind of old-fashioned. The other thing is that the tarmac meeting with Lynch and Clinton, I think there wasn't enough questioning about that in terms of how inappropriate did he think that was at the time. We all thought it was highly inappropriate.
And how
so then,
foolhardy.
how inappropriate might it then be? You could see why people would ask, why is it inappropriate for the president to ask everybody to leave and meet with the FBI director? There are parallels here, both sides
Enormous.
having a problem.
All right.